Alright, listen up. You know, when people see me fighting, they usually say the same thing. That guy never stops getting stronger. They think it is some kind of natural talent, or some strange Saiyan secret that only warriors from my planet understand. But the truth is a lot simpler than that. Strength is not something you are born with and keep forever. Strength is something you build every single day. It is something you chase, something you train for even when no one is watching. That is what I call the Saiyan mindset. It means you never stop training. Not when you win, not when you lose, not when life gets comfortable. You keep training because there is always another level waiting for you. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Back when I was just a kid living in the mountains, I did not know much about the world. I just knew one thing. Getting stronger felt exciting. Every time I pushed my limits, every time I faced someone stronger than me, I felt alive. It was not about beating people. It was about discovering what I was capable of. And that feeling never went away. The Saiyan mindset begins with curiosity. You look at your current strength and you ask yourself a simple question. What is beyond this? Most people reach a certain level and stop there. They become comfortable. They protect what they have instead of growing beyond it. But a true warrior does not think that way. A true warrior sees every level as the beginning of the next challenge. When I first started training with Master Roshi, I thought I was already pretty strong. I could move fast. I could fight wild animals. I thought I understood what strength meant. Then Roshi showed me real training, carrying heavy shells on our backs, running across long distances, doing the same movements again and again until our bodies felt like they were on fire. At first, it felt impossible. But something interesting happens when you keep going past the point where you think you should stop. Your body adapts. Your mind adapts. The things that once felt impossible start to feel normal. That is the first secret of the Saiyan mindset. Your limits are not fixed. They move! Every time you challenge them, they move further away. That is why you never stop training. Because the moment you stop, your growth stops with you. Think about it like this. Imagine two warriors who are equally strong. The first warrior decides he is satisfied with his power. He relaxes. He enjoys being strong and stops pushing himself. The second warrior wakes up every day and trains harder than the day before. Who do you think will grow stronger over time? It will always be the one who keeps training. And this does not only apply to fighting, it applies to everything. If you want to become better at something, whether it is a skill, a craft, or a goal you care about, you must treat it like training. You show up every day. You improve little by little. You keep moving forward. The Saiyan mindset is not about being the strongest person in the room. It is about being the person who never stops improving. I have lost many fights in my life. People forget that part. They remember the victories, the big battles, the moments when everything worked out. But behind those moments are countless defeats. I remember facing opponents who were far stronger than me. Enemies who pushed me to the edge of everything I had. There were moments when I could barely stand. Moments when it would have been easy to quit. But quitting never felt like an option, because every loss carried a lesson. Every defeat showed me a weakness I could train. That is another important part of the Saiyan mindset. You do not fear losing. You learn from it. When you lose, you gain knowledge. You discover where you need to improve. You discover what you need to train next. And when you return stronger than before, that loss becomes part of your growth. I remember fighting Vegeta for the first time. He was stronger than anything I had faced before. Faster, more ruthless, more experienced. That battle pushed me further than I had ever gone. But instead of feeling discouraged, I felt something else. Excitement. Because fighting someone stronger than you reveals your true potential. It forces you to evolve. If you only face opponents weaker than you, you will never grow. You need challenges. You need pressure. You need moments where you are not sure if you can win. That is where real growth happens. The Saiyan mindset welcomes those moments. When a powerful opponent appears, most people feel fear. A Saiyan feels opportunity. Another chance to train. Another chance to grow stronger. Another chance to discover what lies beyond your current limits. Training is not always easy. There are days when your body feels tired. Days when progress feels slow. Days when nothing seems to improve. But those are the days that matter the most. Because discipline is what separates those who grow from those who stay the same. Anyone can train when they feel motivated. But the Saiyan mindset trains even when motivation is gone. You show up anyway. You put in the work anyway. You move forward anyway. Over time, something incredible happens. all those small efforts begin to compound. Your strength increases, your confidence increases, your ability to face challenges increases. And one day you realize something. You have become someone stronger than the person you used to be. But even then, the journey does not end, because the Saiyan mindset understands a simple truth. There is always another level. No matter how strong you become, there is always more to learn. There is always more to train. There is always another challenge waiting somewhere out there. When I first unlocked a new transformation, it felt incredible. The power, the speed, the energy flowing through my body. For a moment, it felt like the peak of everything. But after a while, something inside me started asking that same question again. What is beyond this? And that question pushed me back into training, back into the process. Because true warriors do not chase comfort, they chase growth. Another important part of the Saiyan mindset is enjoying the process of training itself. If you only care about the result, training will feel like a burden. But if you learn to enjoy the process, every day becomes exciting. Every challenge becomes interesting. Every improvement feels rewarding. When I train, I am not thinking about fame or recognition. I am thinking about progress, about becoming just a little stronger than yesterday. That mindset removes pressure. It turns training into something joyful. Instead of forcing yourself to improve, you begin to crave improvement. You wake up excited to push your limits again, and that kind of energy creates unstoppable growth. Let me give you another example. Picture someone who wants to become stronger. They train hard for a short time, but the moment they stop seeing fast results, they quit. Their progress disappears because they gave up too soon. Now imagine someone else. They train every day. Some days the progress is small. Some days the progress is invisible, but they keep going. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. Eventually, their strength becomes undeniable. The difference between those two people is not talent. It is consistency. The Saiyan mindset values consistency above everything else. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep training. And if you keep training long enough, something incredible happens. Your potential begins to unfold. You begin to reach levels you once thought were impossible. And when people look at you, they might say the same thing they say about me. They might say that person is unbelievably strong, but they will not see the thousands of hours that built that strength. They will not see the quiet moments of effort, the early mornings, the late nights, the days when progress felt slow but training continued anyway. That is the real secret. Strength is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in consistent effort, day after day, year after year. Never stop training. That is the Saiyan mindset. It is not about being born special. It is about refusing to stay the same. So whatever challenge you are facing right now, remember this. Your current level is not your final level. Your current limits are not permanent. Every step you take toward improvement matters. Every effort counts. Every moment of discipline builds the person you are becoming. So keep going. Keep pushing. Keep training. Because the moment you decide to never stop improving, you unlock something powerful inside yourself. The mindset of a true Saiyan.